I'm Sarah Watson, and I am the Principal Consultant for Best in People. I work with organizations and their leaders to help them bring out the best in their people. In these times when staff may be lean, and in times when staff isn't so lean, it is so important that organizations have the most effective staff that they can have. Communication is one of those most fundamental areas that's so easy to overlook and so important to pay attention to. It's all about communication. When you think about an organization and where breakdowns can occur, it's seldom about the process or the product. It's almost always about how the communication occurred within a situation. And you can't afford as a leader to have staff who don't communicate well, both among themselves and with customers and clients. Customers and clients come back to organizations where they feel happy, where they feel well served, where they feel that the staff is really committed to them, and much of that comes from the type of communication that the employees have and the way they communicate with them. Now, that means that you are an effective leader of this organization and that you are really driving that process of having employees who want to bring their very best to the job every day. You may be, I'm going to give you two examples. One is an example of someone who becomes the head of a not-for-profit, and I'm going to give you an example of someone who takes over a family business. And in each case, you may have someone who was a specialist in their field, maybe a social worker who takes over as executive director of an organization who, my goodness, you bring a child with issues or you bring a situation where a social worker's needed and that person is absolutely at the top of their game and comfortable, but you put them in front of a new staff and all of a sudden they're in charge and, oh my, what am I going to do? How am I going to make this group a team? How are we going to work together? How are we going to produce what it is our organization is supposed to produce as efficiently and effectively? In that same light, what if I grew up in a family where the family owned a lumberyard? And I know that I'm going to have to, I know everything there is to know about 2x4s and plywood and all the different size nails, but I really haven't paid attention to working with people, and my parents are ready to retire, and I now need to come in and take over and be that boss who makes that an efficient and effective place and a profitable place. So Best in People, we come in and work with you as an organization to say, tell us where you are now, and are you happy with that? And if the answer is no, there are some things we need to do, and here are some of the things we'd like to improve, then we're there to help you along that path to get you to the place that you want to be as an organization. This is an excerpt from a class that we do with groups of employees. It doesn't have to just be groups of employees, but most commonly it is. It's a good team building opportunity, but it's also that chance to help people determine how they could change their communication so that it's more effective and efficient and effective, but really so that they communicate better with others and their message gets across. A UCLA study broke down communication into words, tone of voice and intonation, and nonverbals. And the study showed, shockingly, that only 7% of any given message is the words that you use. The rest is the body language that you use, the tone of voice that you use, which of course is all lost in a written message. The words become everything, which is why they're misinterpreted so often. But let me give you an example of how intonation, tone of voice, and facial expressions can change a very simple statement. The statement could be, I didn't say you were wrong. 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 Now, I've changed that message completely in 3 different ways that could be taken and interpreted in 3 different ways, And none of them might be the way you intended it as you said it, but you didn't realize the impact that you were having on the other person as you said it. Those are the kinds of things that we look at in a training class, and we really spend time working through that so that there can be an instant impact. Instantly, people can come away choosing, it's still personal choice, but choosing to communicate better, more carefully, more politely, and more effectively. Thank you for watching this brief video. If you think that Best in People or me, Sarah Watson, can be of assistance to you, please do contact me. I can be reached at 217-725-2396, or you can go to the website for Best in People, which is www.bestinpeople.com. Thanks so much.